Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Microsoft Pulse. I'm Tamara Bredemus, and I'm here with,
Tom Duff.
and we're going to take you through the Microsoft roadmap and show you what's new and what's changed this week. Now, the roadmap is broken up into four parts. There is in development, meaning Microsoft is working on it. Rolling out, it's just started going to the designated environments, and you may or may not see it yet. Launched, you should see it now, and then canceled or deleted. And that's our fourth category. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started with some things that Jennifer Mason would call delighters in our in development phase. So let me just move my cheat sheet up. So, one thing that I'm very excited about and disappointed about at the same time, I'm torn. I'm a torn kind of person, is Outlook S-MIME support for shared mailboxes and delegate mailboxes in new Outlook for Windows. Now, I'm excited about this, obviously, because it adds more security to Outlook for Windows, but it's only available to the worldwide tenant and GCC environments. I know a place that could really use this, and it's not on the list. So, what it says is new Outlook for Windows will extend S-MIME support to shared mailboxes and delegate mailboxes associated with a user's primary account. Users will be able to sign, encrypt, decrypt, and reply to S-MIME protected messages while working from shared or delegated mailboxes. Hashtag new Outlook for Windows. Then we also have an Outlook. Outlook got a lot of love, and
It
so
did.
did OneDrive. So, Outlook block external images settings update. So, Outlook on the web and the new Outlook for Windows now will support new settings for loading external images. New settings will allow customers to block external content or to load all content by default if the customer admin allows. Existing default behavior will not be changed, which is load external content only for safe senders. That comes out in July of 2026 to the worldwide tenant. And then one that I'm excited about because I am a woman of indeterminate years who can't remember what happened from one moment to the next. So I'm a card carrying member of OneNote, but now Microsoft Teams has added another way to help me remember things. And that is in Microsoft Teams personal message reminders for chat and channels. So Teams will allow you to set and manage reminders directly on chat and channel messages, helping you keep track of important items, create, update, complete, and delete reminders, track them in a dedicated reminders view, and receive timely notifications when they become due. Reminders are private to each user and include the message content, making them easy to revisit and act on when needed. Now, everybody's getting the love on this one. It's coming out to all of the tenants in August of 2026.
I'm looking forward to see how that one works because I think that can be really cool.
I think it's going to save my bacon on more than one occasion. All right, OneDrive got some love. OneDrive, find document libraries in OneDrive search results. Microsoft is making it easier for users to find document libraries directly from OneDrive search results. When users search in OneDrive, relevant SharePoint document libraries may appear alongside files and folders. This is going to help users quickly get back to shared team content without needing to navigate across multiple sites. That's coming out to the worldwide tenant in August of 2026, along with OneDrive document library views now available in OneDrive, refreshed library views in OneDrive on the web, and refreshed file browsing and filtering experience in OneDrive on the web. So those are users will be able to work with SharePoint document library views directly from OneDrive. In addition to switching between existing views, users can create and manage views to customize how library content is organized and displayed. This helps the team surface the information that matters most while staying within the OneDrive experience. So that's July, and that's a worldwide tenant. And then Microsoft is replacing the existing More Places experience in OneDrive Web with a refresh libraries view. So users will be able to more easily access recently accessed libraries, navigate to default document libraries for teams and favorite SharePoint sites, and use the new filtering, sorting, and view options. Again, coming out in July, just right around the corner. And OneDrive is making it easier to find and work with files across Microsoft's 365. Microsoft is refreshing the filtering experience across OneDrive Web, updating existing filters in views like Home, Shared, People, Meetings, and Favorites to support multiple filters at once. And bringing those same filter capabilities to folder-based experiences such as My Files and Shared Folders. Users can also filter content by file type using both filter pills and the filter pane. Microsoft is also bringing the modern SharePoint document library experience to OneDrive. So, with the updated layout, improved navigation, and familiar file management capabilities, together, these updates make it easier to browse, filter, manage content while providing a more seamless experience across OneDrive and SharePoint.
Hope
And
they
that's
bring
all I
those two.
had in development.
I was gonna say, I hope they bring those two together because right now they look really different, even though behind the scenes they're both SharePoint document libraries.
Hmm.
So it'll be nice to have, hopefully, all those things looking similar. So
I
for
miss the days when you used to have your own SharePoint site.
yes, I remember those days. Those were fun days.
Those were good days.
We're also old.
We are old.
Very, very old.
Yeah.
Um, so a couple of the things that I will cover in the in development area. In Excel, you'll be able to summarize text columns with Copilot. So Copilot can analyze columns of text to generate related categories or tags. For example, Copilot will find the main themes of survey responses from open-ended questions. I think that's great that you can basically say, hey, group these things in some logical grouping and let it give you a shot at that. And then you can look at that and go, oh, I like this. I don't like that. Move them around the whole bit. But I like the fact they'll be able to allow Copilot to look and return that kind of information. That's coming out worldwide in July. Then we have Copilot, again, people skills, removal and deletion, admin control. So this is something that has come out. I don't think it's gotten a lot of airplay, but a new admin control in the people skills setting lets lets administrators permanently remove their organization's people skills data from the tenant. With this new control, organizations can delete the entire skills library along with all user confirmed, inferred, and imported skills data, giving them full control to offboard from people skills in support of data governance and compliance needs. Once deletion is initiated, skills will no longer appear on user profile cards or be used across Microsoft 365 skills-based experiences such as Copilot and Viva. The control is admin only with no automatic changes. So if you've been using the people skills and you've counted on it, fine, continue along with this. But if the people skills are like, we don't like this, we store that information somewhere else, or we really don't want that shared for people to retrieve in Copilot and Viva and things like that, you're now going to be able to use admin controls to delete all of that information and clean it out and have a fresh slate there. Then we have SharePoint inline comments and notification on Markdown files. I've noticed Markdown gets more and more attention in the world of Copilot these days, so this is a good thing. They're adding inline commenting support for Markdown files in OneDrive and SharePoint, making it easier for teams to review, discuss, and collaborate on Markdown content directly in Microsoft 365. Users will be able to leave comments on specific parts of a Markdown file and receive notifications when they are mentioned or when there is activity that needs their attention. I'll be interested to see the actual execution of this, but I think it's great that you can have a file out there that is Markdown, which is, you can think of it as HTML-ish type things, and actually put comments in there and be able to coordinate with other people that are looking at that. So that's good. We have that coming out in August, and that's coming out to OneDrive and SharePoint in the worldwide tenant. And I think that was all I had in development.
All right. Why don't we roll on to rolling out then? See what I
See
did
what
there?
you did there. See what you did there.
I got fancy pants on today.
Woohoo.
I know. So SharePoint, Microsoft 365 Archive in GCC. So Microsoft 365 Archive is designed to help organizations manage their inactive data efficiently. It's going to allow you to move inactive SharePoint sites into a cold storage tier, which reduces storage cost while maintaining the same searchability, security, and compliance standards as active data. This feature is already available in production and is now being released to the GCCL cloud. Now, I don't know what the L stands for. Do you know what the L stands for?
Is that for like GCC low or slash just GCC? Because it also says this
I
is
think
for
it's just
SharePoint and
GCC.
GCC. Yeah. I think they were trying to think, oh, it's low and high. And yeah.
Yeah, we've got GCC high.
Yeah.
So, Microsoft 365 Apps Cloud Update, simplified channel management. So, we can use device selection criteria in Cloud Update to assign profiles to Microsoft Entra ID groups and streamline the onboarding process. Admins can combine channel and profile assignments in a single step, making it easier to move devices between update channels and maintain consistent update management across the organization. Now, this is coming out to the standard tenant. It's rolling out right now. And then we also have another Microsoft 365 Apps Cloud update, enhanced rollout waves. So, new improvements are coming to the rollout wave functionality in Cloud Update. These enhancements are going to allow organizations to continue leveraging Microsoft Entra ID groups to set up rollout waves with increased flexibility to configure more than the current limit of 3 waves. Additionally, admins will be able to assign custom delays between each wave, streamlining phase deployments and offering greater control over update distribution. Tom, what did you like in rolling out?
All the ones you've already taken.
Fabulous. Should we just move on to launch and let you go first?
Let me pick up a couple things so I feel like I at least contributed in this area. So there's been a number of things for team rooms going on here, and they're basically for Teams rooms on Android. So the first one is enhanced cross-platform join via SIP for Teams Room on Android. So enable team rooms on Android to join third-party meetings via SIP, delivering seamless cross-platform interoperability. Long words in this one. This capability ensures users can connect to external meeting services directly from team rooms, maintaining a consistent and reliable meeting experience across diverse environments. And this is available on Teams Rooms Pro licenses. and that's coming out to basically all the tenants, rolling out in June. And the other one that pertains to the Teams rooms on Android, and that is Microsoft Teams chat panel open by default in the gallery view. The chat panel will open by default in gallery view, allowing participants in Teams rooms on Android to quickly see ongoing meeting chat when they join. Admins can configure this default device behavior, and users can close the panel in one tap during meetings. So we're going to start with it that way, but if you don't like it, you can go ahead and close it. So that's coming out again to all the tenants, and it's coming out this month. So keep an eye on it if that's what you use and are looking for.
Yeah. All right, let's go into launched. So Microsoft Outlook import support for data files in Outlook. This feature adds support for importing PST files into Outlook for Mac. Support of OLM data files will include both importing and exporting data. And this is for everybody. The standard tenant, GCC, GCC High, and the DoD. Then, something I'm excited about, Microsoft Teams sensitivity label inheritance for loop meeting notes. So, loop meeting notes now automatically inherit your meeting sensitivity label. That's pretty cool. When admins enable label inheritance in the sensitivity labeling policy, any labeled meeting applies the same label to its loop meeting notes, ensuring protection like encryption, access controls, and data handling rules carrying forward consistently. These also ensure that Copilot and agent responses based on loop meeting notes accurately reflect the meeting sensitivity, keeping confidential content protected end to end.
Very good
And the
thing.
last one, what were you going to say, Tom?
I said very good thing.
Yeah. And again, with the sensitivity label inheritance for meeting recordings. So I think this is something that your team is going to like, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
Is meeting recordings now automatically inherit the meetings sensitivity label? I'm like, duh, shouldn't it though? When the label inheritance is enabled in the sensitivity labeling policies, a labeled meeting applies the same label to its MP4 recording. Ensuring access controls, data handling rules, and Copilot or agent responses based on the transcripts consistently respect the meeting sensitivity end to end. So that's coming out for standard. Both those sensitivity labeling features are coming out to the worldwide or standard tenant. What do you like in launched?
Fortunately, only one because we are having a torrential downpour and thunderstorm right now. And the goal is to get this finished before we lose power. So Microsoft Viva Insights, new Copilot metrics are available. This is bringing a new set of Copilot metrics, including actions taken in Microsoft 365 Copilot app, Edge, and OneNote, and more key use cases across Outlook, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, including suggested replies, translate, coach, clean data, and more. This will empower customers to more deeply understand the key Copilot adoption cases in Copilot Dashboard and advanced analytics in Viva Insight. That's coming out to in Microsoft Viva and Copilot to the worldwide standard and GCC, and you should have it in your tenants at this point in time.
Fabulous. Anything else in launched?
I'll go one more here at the very end.
Sure.
Microsoft Teams phone call transfer improvements. And for any programmer who has ever tried to transfer a call and failed, which is pretty much all of us, this is a good thing. Microsoft Teams is improving the call transfer experience on desktop, both Windows and Mac, with a streamlined workflow that makes transferring calls faster and more intuitive. Yay! These changes reduce the number of steps to initiate a transfer and introduce transfer suggestions to help users find the right transfer target more quickly. I really like this one. That is coming out to the Worldwide Teams tenant and should be out in that tenant now.
Beautiful. And we only have one cancellation, but it's really a disappointing cancellation. So Microsoft 365 app, Microsoft Loop workspaces for Microsoft 365 and GCC. Loop workspaces and the full Loop app experience are available on Microsoft 365 GCC customers at loop.cloud.microsoft. Updated June 16th, Microsoft has decided not to move forward with the change at this time and apologizes for any inconvenience. That's a pretty big inconvenience.
Well, that's a significant one because Loop workspaces are a big thing and cool.
They're huge.
Yeah, and to say, hey, GCC, you're getting them next. We changed our mind. Psych, no.
Psych.
So, yeah, that was a little disappointing to see that one. So,
yeah. Well, that's all the news that is fit to print. Thanks for joining me, Tom. I appreciate it. Next week, we should have the full team available: Jennifer Mason, Matthew Ruderman, Tom Duff, and me, Tamara Bredemus. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a great day. Bye now.